Hi everybody, welcome to Prestige Place. So this place has been built from scratch and developed in 2000. The house is moved in 2013. Prestige Place comes from a long thought decision how we're gonna name the yard, and we ended up naming it after a Prestige stake, which was our first great winning race at Goodwood with Sesman in the first year of training in 2006. And yes, so we pushed the gate a little bit backwards into the property, so there's space for the lorries and for the cars and the horses. There are two gates. One is purely for the horses. They can walk in and out on the artificial surface, which is all safe and railed, and the other gate, which is for everybody else to come in. Then we created this driveway, which was quite difficult because at the time there was nothing here, just two paddocks, and it was all designed pretty much by myself and help from a gardener at the time, and it was a very amazing result that came out. So we're very proud and delighted on how we can welcome people walking and driving in.
And just explain where you are, because you're bang in the centre of Newmarket.
So yeah, again, very lucky. We ended up buying piece of the property which was an existing yard, but I was keen to only buy the paddocks and develop the stables, which at the time sound absolutely crazy to everybody else. And it took a long time to actually buy the property, but eventually we did and started to develop, which again was an amazing experience after I hardly done anything else than changing a few bathroom tiles in the past. But luckily, obviously, lots of experience traveling around the world with horses and seeing different stables, different structures. So I pretty know exactly what I wanted. And even though the money and the budget wasn't as big as I would like, then we managed to persuade the banks that it was a good idea, and that's where we are.
And what did you sort of model it on? Because it feels a bit continental, almost a bit American.
So again, obviously we know the American barns, they are brilliant to work in. Horses are usually very happy because there's lots of them and they like the company. On the other hand, it has got some disadvantages. Again, there's enough space to have a quarter yard, which is very traditional British, and we thought that would be quite nice. It gives sort of local feel in the modern property. Again, some of our clients at the time, owners and breeders, they like that idea more, but obviously a large majority of them prefer to work in the American barn. So we've got both of the worlds, and I think it's working really well, even though some horses are happy anywhere you put them, but some of them actually are they can be temperamental or they can just be lonely. So we have developed a few different bits and pieces around that we're helping them with any needs and issues they can potentially have. So the storage barn, as said, and the feed room, it's at the beginning of the yard. So there is no need for lorries to go any further. So as you can see, there is a feed room, which is never big enough because there is obviously lots of lots of different feeds and lots of different bits and pieces. But it's very straightforward, very simple. It's lots of storage on the top, but as you can see, we've got Jamie, who is a feedman. He is playing and keeping everybody very tidy and healthy and feeding the horses really well. We've got a scale here for the horses, which we can use anytime we like. Very simple, very straightforward. And then we're trying to get the best possible hay and straw around, and we are very lucky. We have got very good supplier, and the straw is exceptional. The hay, as I always mention, we analyze it very frequently. It's English hay, plus we're using alfalfa, which is usually imported from America. But it's a high, top quality, and it's always checked and analyzed very carefully.
Wow, what are you checking it for?
Anything really, nutrients or any stuff that shouldn't be there. I mean, it's done by the veterinary lab. It's always done properly, and it's very, very important. This backyard was developed, the last one, or designed, because I thought, we still got more space to fit more boxes. So it has been thought of that could be used as a quarantine if needed, because at the time there was horses traveling differently, obviously, and sometimes you needed to have them isolated before they were going abroad. So it's actually really useful yard, which when we buy yearlings, we usually put them here for a few weeks. So if they've got any snots or any infections bringing from the cells or the previous places, then they can clear them off without contaminating the existing stock. Those boxes are fairly straightforward, but then we've got at this side, every second box has got a cage. And I show you this one here that has got, so they can walk in and out as they like. It's very, very helpful for horses that they have got some vices. And they just love it. I mean, winter or summer, majority of them would be outside day and night when possible. And they just have a little cage there to either entertain with the other horses at the back or just look out. And I would say that's one of the best things for horses that they have. It could be horse walkers or beavers or even creek biters, or just horses that they like company, or actually sometimes the horses that maybe are recovering from some illness just to have more air. So it has been a game changer, I must say. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Then we have a vet box which is quite large, and again it's just all padded. So if there's a need of X-ray or anything else, we're actually using it for clipping as well. So it's a sort of working around box that is just basically kept for the professionals. Horse walker. This is a 5-horse walker, again covered. It has got rubber underneath, just to keep it as safe as possible. Excellent machines. I mean, everybody's using them in Europe, and they are just for us. They are excellent piece of equipment. So then we've got the 2 treadmills here. They are Australian treadmills, which we were actually the first one to import them because they are the quietest on the market. Very complicated building because it has to be insulated. Houses close by, so it's basically we would have the other trainers' treadmills, but we wouldn't have our treadmill. And then we ended up buying second one because very helpful for many horses with various issues. Best for the reconvalescence. Horses can have sore mouths or back, or they just enjoy now and again to have a different scenery. And it's unbelievable how many horses absolutely enjoy the training on it. I think we only had one horse who never went on it, and it was Leo Charlene. It was special, but she just would not go on it. Otherwise, we've got a team of guys who basically work with the treadmill, and they are excellent, and they can convince every horse that they can have fun on it. But again, it was quite funny when we were deciding how we're gonna place those treadmills. So I said to the guys from the GG Engineering, who came over to sort of put everything in, I said, oh, I want them the other way around. He's like, what do you mean other way around? It's like, yes, because I don't want them to race next to each other. Yeah, but we're in Australia, we always have them next to each other. I said, well, we're in Czech Republic. Launching, again, used mainly for the yearlings, so from, say, September to December. Again, we got a team of really good guys. They break the yearlings in. Majority of them are broken in here.
You do most of the breaking in
We
yourself?
do, yeah.
Pre-train.
We used to use free training, but then we realized that if we can, we like to have them here. We learn about them a lot, and we have got good lots to do them. We've got a facility to do it,
Yeah.
and they learn straight away, where they are, and all the machines, the horse walker, the treadmill as well. So it's very easy for us to deal with that. Trotting ring here, which again, all weather surface with railings, covered, so they are a little bit protected from the English weather when it comes to be English weather. And they all, once they walk onto the exercise from their boxes, they would come here, gather together, then they have a little walk, they would trot, so we can see them if they are in lamenesses or any stiffness. And then from there, they're going to be told what they're doing, and they walk out onto the gallops. Again, sometimes in the winter they would be just trotting here if they don't need to canter or if they're on the easy list. So again, very safe environment. It's very quiet and covered if the weather is not pleasant. So, as you can see, those two barns, they are the same. So they've got 20 boxes each. They are 4x4, so they are very decent sizes. And I think, especially not using the brick, allowed me to make them as big as I liked. Here I choose those ones you can actually close and open if needed, because sometimes if the horse, for various reasons, they can be, either have a vices again or need to be shut in, they can be. And they all have 2 windows. They've got water manger underneath. We had those corner boxes made so we can store their sheets, rocks, and all the equipment it's needed for the particular horse. And they've got turning out mangers, so it's much safer, actually, much quicker and much safer for feeding. So the lads don't have to come in and out, and especially in the morning when they're feeding breakfast, it's much easier for the senior staff to deal with it. And yes, as you can see, it's again very airy, light, and very easy to maintain. It's one of our stars, great generation. Hello, lady. Hello. She's lovely. Those boxes again, 4x4 are part of the corner boxes. So the corner boxes are the special one. We usually keep them for big yards, big horses, or or the good horses. So yeah, they are much bigger and they're huge. Yeah, they're huge. Which it's lovely for the horse. I'm not sure how much it is for the staff who have to mock them out. And then there, as you can see, it's owner's area. So when our clients come, we would invite them to have obviously Italian coffee, and they can have watch the races or just really look out into the yard and or see the horses. And then offices and tack room. Alberto, our assistant. So he's been with us for years, and he's definitely our brick, holding everybody in the right direction, horses and staff. So yeah, all the equipment needed for day-to-day riding out, and everything else comes with it. Obviously at the moment we only have our sheets out, but then in a couple of weeks time we have our rocks out and waterproofs out, and it gets busy.
Why have you got yellow hats? Where's that come from?
So it's really to be able to spot them at the best. It's not our stable color, but it's a color which is easy to spot, and nobody had it. So in theory each trainer should have a different color, and a few years ago nobody had yellow, so we thought it's sort of safety more than anything. So we got all the silks are here, and this is lots of bridles. This is purely for racing. So as you can see, it's already for today going to Newmarket or York. Sorry, this is for York. So they got the silks in the girths and pads to give to the weighing room for the jockey, and the sponsored shirt, and then they've got a bag with everything else they need, bridles, any equipment, and any weather equipment for the horse, and the lads going with it. So yeah, lots of different bridles, but majority of the bridles for racing, it's either plain snaffle, which is this one, or the ringer bit. The two main bits we use, and then some horses we use in cross nose bands, but otherwise it's very straightforward. So we try to have as little equipment as possible for the race day. Then obviously chiffonies, That can go on the top of the bridle for the racing or just for leading out. And some of them actually need a lip chain, which I saw one here. This one is very kind. It was designed in France, I believe, and it's very kind lip chain, and it's just to help basically some of the horses that can be a little bit anxious or nervous, to keep them calm before the race, some even after. But yes, it's very gentle, and it's good for pretty much colts and fillies. So it's very, very well received. And those are leading reins for the racing. Again, you just put them on the bit and put them across there. Makes two loops, which then makes it easier because you've got a hold of both of the sides. So you don't pull the bit through their mouth if they go sideways. So this is the classical leading race leading rope. So this is our office, which is always busy, and we're trying to keep it again as tidy as possible. And here we've got what you saw from the outside, the owner's area. So all the group and grade 1 winners in big, and then the other group 2 and 3s in small pictures. So yeah, this is us. This is Prestige Place, and we've been very privileged to be part of the development and the running of it, and hopefully has got lots of successful years ahead. Thank you.